All right, welcome into 5 Reasons to Bet here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at Ethan J. Skolnick or at 5 Reasons Sports. We're here with Jim Rodriguez. You can follow him at Jrod Show. Got to make sure that you bet at busr.com, busr.com/5RSN. If you've been smart yesterday and you had done that, you would have won because he had the Bucks -2. He also had the under in the game. I forgot to play both, and I actually had to sit there at that game and watch that garbage. All right, $100 deposit. They'll give you a $100 credit, and you get 30% bonus. Let's get to it. Atlanta and New York. The Knicks have already won the championship, according to Knicks fans. It's 1-1. They basically split at home. They lost home court, and people were flooding the Sbarro. Let's get to it, Jim. What happens in Game 3 in Atlanta?
Listen, we've had a lot of movement so far in this game. Early morning line, it was Hawks -4, jumped up to 4.5. Now it's at -5 at busr.com. So what I like in this game is the first half. I love the Hawks -3 first half, and here's why. The Knicks have been awful. Their starting five have been awful. The Knicks bench has scored 206 points in the first 2 games of this series. They have rescued this team. They have fallen behind by double digits in both games. Will that continue? Well, we'll have to see how that likes, but I know the Knicks are going to fall behind again. So I love -3 Atlanta in the first half. And if the numbers do anything, they don't really tell us anything this time. Atlanta, the best team against the spread at home in the NBA. The Knicks, the best team on the road against the spread. Love Atlanta, -3 first half. I think we're going to see more of the same of the Knicks falling behind early.
All right, let's get to the Clippers, the poor Clippers. They got rid of a bunch of guys, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Doc Rivers. They're now down 2-0 to Dallas, a team that they tanked to play in the first round. So does Luka, now they're going back to Dallas. Does Luka give it to him in Game 3?
Yeah, they're back at the house that Brad Davis built, the American Airlines Center. Listen, I don't want to ever hear that the Clippers don't get any love. They're down 0-2 in this series, and they're 2.5-point favorites in Game 3. Well, I look at it like this. I love the Clippers in this game because, number one, Ethan, you can't blow a series lead unless you get back in the series, right? So let's go Clippers in that. Listen, LA needs to defend the 3. The Mavericks in the first 2 games of this series, 50% from three-point land. They shot 36% during the regular season. Will that continue? We'll see. The Clippers have to come out and defend. What I love to see, will the Mavericks score 108 points? I think the Clippers are going to clamp down on the defense. I like the under Mavericks 108 points tonight, and I'm going to hedge some bets. First of all, I think a money line Clipper bet isn't bad. It's you're going to bet, you're going to win less than you bet. But I love the Clippers in this game, and here's some hedge bets for you. If the Clippers win by 1 or 2 points, it's 11-1. If they win by 3 to 6 points, it's 5.5-1. 7 to 9 points, 8.5-1. If they win by double digits, 10 to 13 points, it's 8-1. Clippers win tonight. I'm going to go money line. I'm going to hedge those bets, and I'm going to go under Mavs 108. They're not shooting the lights out tonight in the house that Brad Davis built.
And if the Clippers lose, it's 1-2-3 Cancun. Same thing for Boston, by the way.
Yeah.
Celtics have looked like they don't belong on the floor with Brooklyn. Of course, no Jaylen Brown. I don't even think the Nets are playing to full capacity right now. But Game 3 in Boston, we'll see what Kyrie hears. How does this one play out?
Listen, it started at 7. Now it's Nets -8. It could be -10. It's man among boys. Brad Stevens, the head coach of the Celtics, he's been pretty good in the playoffs against the spread, but he's been awful at home. He's under 500 against the spread at home during playoff games. -8, I think they cover that easy.
All right, so -8. Again, you like the Clippers in their game against Dallas to basically get it back to 2-1 and at least make a series of it. Like you said, you can't blow a lead unless you have one. And then the third one, I can't remember. What was the first one we talked about? Atlanta, New York.
I love the Hawks -3 first half. And by the way, if you're thinking about a Heat-Bucks sweep, -170. The Bucks ended in Game 4.
Wow. They're going to end it in Game 4. I should have taken your advice in Game 3. busr.com/5RSN.